my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today, let's just talk real quick about limiting the amount of trust that you have for anyone. We are in a time where we should know that no one is 100% capable of being trusted or should be 100% trusted. Now, if you're in a relationship, you're married and everything, don't get me wrong. Mika's not saying don't trust your spouse, don't trust your friends, don't trust your relationship partner. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let's say you first meet somebody, you're going on a date, you like them, they're fun, they're funny, all the butterflies and rainbows and unicorns you want to imagine, all that's going on. You should go into it 50% trusting this person because you don't know them. Even if you were friends for some time, you don't know them enough on a relational standpoint, on a more intimate level. So you should go in 50% trusted on the relationship end. And as they prove to you that they can be trusted, you trust a little more, you trust a little more, you trust a little more. What I feel is that when you're at your fullest capacity of trusting someone, it should only be 90%. That sounds horrible. I sound horrible for saying that, but the 100% trust for people, I think that's what's keeping a lot of us bruised up emotionally. Our heart is all mangled and beat up because we trust too much. And when we overtrust, I feel like trusting somebody 100% is over trusting. So when we overtrust, we are putting ourselves on the war field without any garment, without any protection, without any weapons. We're just out there, just willy-nilly. That's when they say people are delusional, or they're just really easy, like they're doormats, I guess the term I'm trying to use, because everything just goes over their head. Everything, just trust everything. You can say anything. You can come in late and, you could have went to the grocery store and spent some money, and your spouse or your partner asks what happened, and you just say, oh, the traffic was heavy, and they just believe you. It's not a big deal, but people tell white lies in relationships. Any type of relationship you're in, even your children tell white lies. That's why I say nobody should be 100% trusted. I'm not saying like, oh, don't trust them because something horrible is going to happen. That's not what I'm trying to say. Please do not misunderstand me. I'm saying just in general, because even the white lies, if you find out about it, it makes you look at the person totally different. But if you go into it with your mind already set on giving people grace, giving people a human-like reality, and allowing people to be human beings, nobody's perfect, and you give them 10% room to make mistakes, to lie, to do something that you don't approve of. Not necessarily saying being physically, abusive towards you, emotionally, or cheating on you. That's way out the park. Like, you shouldn't give nobody no room for that if that's your boundaries. If that's where you're like, absolutely not, that is a deal breaker for me, then you need to stand by that, because of course you shouldn't be allowing someone to run off on you, or allowing somebody to put their hands on you, or allowing someone to hurt you. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, the white lies, the lies about who they're hanging out with, the lies about who they're talking to, it's y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, we should not ever put 100% trust in anybody, because we can't even have 100% trust in ourselves. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We can't. I mean, you don't know what you're going to do today as the day goes on versus tomorrow. You don't know what you would do in certain situations, do you? If someone asks you something that you've never been through before, you've never had to deal with, or it's been a long time since you had to deal with it, and now they're bringing it back to you, like, what would you do in this situation? You honestly don't know. Because even if you like, would do this, I would leave, or, you're telling your boys, like, no, I wouldn't put up with this. This is what I would do. This is how I would go about getting that job. This is what I would do about this and that. And you don't know. But then they be put in the same situation. And God is so good, and He is so faithful to us that he'll allow people to tell you different stuff like that. And that may be what they think they would do. But then he will allow you to be in their life where you'll see they're in something similar or in the exact same situation, and they'll do something totally different than what they said they would do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't trust yourself fully. That's why when people ask me, what would you do? I be honest, I say, from where I'm at right now, from me being on the outside looking in, this is what I would do. But I don't know if my feelings were involved in this situation, if my hard work and, you know, all this time I spent at this job was involved, or if we've been friends for this many years, or if this is my kid. I don't know exactly what I would do. I would hope that this is what I would do, but I could see if, you know, if I were to do something different, or if I were to forgive, or if I were to still be in this person's life, or still be at this job, or whatever the situation is. I say that because I don't want someone to say, well, you said that you would leave this job, or you said you would leave this person, or whatever, and then things just go plummeting for them, or it's just really hard, and then they got to deal with the heartbreak. Because, you know, losing friends, losing relationships, and they're still alive, you know, it's really, really difficult because you're battling, should I go back, should I not, you know, and how do I approach this person now? How do I communicate this person now that I broke up with them, or whatever the case is? You know, list goes on, y'all. I know y'all get what I'm trying to say, but just please, please, please practice limiting the amount of trust you have for people. You should not be lurking around like, oh, what you doing? I can't trust you. You know, what you got going on, or I don't trust this job. What they already, you know, you always trying to be one step ahead because I feel like they're going to do something to hurt me. I feel like they're going to try to, you know, do something to try to get over on me or whatever. You shouldn't be doing that, because let's be real, that's not healthy for you. You're driving yourself crazy, giving yourself gray hair over some nonsense. What you should do is be like, okay, my mind is open, this person may do this or do that. But if this is what happens, or if this job doesn't appreciate me, if this person doesn't appreciate me, if my kids don't appreciate me, that's their loss, because I know I'm going to give my all. I'm going to give them trust, but as soon as they break it, you know, then I'm going to have to limit that trust. You know, but at the same time, you need to keep in mind that you are a prize to them. And they should be feeling the same way about you. I'm not just saying, like, you know, I'm not going to put one person above the other, male or female, it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's hard out here today. It's hard out here to find people that's worth dating, that's worth being in a relationship with, that's worth marrying, in my opinion. So, you know, you find that, you know, you guys should feel like each other's gift to each other from God, you know, in my opinion. But you should always have that in your mind, that, you know, you should know that you're putting your best foot forward. You're giving them, you know, rope to hang themselves if that's what they choose to do. But you know that you're not overbearing and controlling and possessive. Like, nobody likes that. You know what I'm saying? So just, it should be something that's internal, where you're like, okay, I'm going to limit this. You know, I trust this person, but not 100%. They could be an amazing person. They could be God's gift to you. God could come and tell you himself that this is who is for you. He's going to be amazing. She's going to be amazing. All the above. But you should not ever, I feel like, trust someone 100%, because that's when you do get over possessive. That's when you do get controlled. And that's when you are, you know, always in your feelings, because you feel like, oh my God, like, they're going to do something. If I lose this person, my life is over. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're overly, like, exaggerating the relationship, because you trust this person so much, because you think it's just so amazing. This is something that you've never had before. Or you're just like letting everything go, and stuff that you should be addressing, you're not, because you're like, oh, well, they didn't mean it, so they didn't mean it, so I trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a healthy balance. And so that is just my opinion about why we should be cautious of trusting people 100%. Because like I said, you can't trust yourself. So how dare you, like, put all this trust into somebody else, but you don't even fully trust yourself. So let's just normalize, you know, trusting people, of course, based off of what they give you. Now, if they are deserving of trust, you should give them a high amount of trust, but not give them 100% trust, because there is no such thing as a person that's 100% trustful. We all tell white lies. We all make little mistakes sometimes, even if you're not a bad person at all. We're all going to do something that's like, wow, I would have never thought you would have done that. Even if it's, you know, taking something that's not yours, and it may not even belong to anybody, that nobody said anything about it, but you just see it and you pick it up and you're like, well, I'm not even going to turn it in. I'm going to just take it. You know, We all do it. There's no perfect person in this world. Therefore, nobody should be trusted at 100%. You can't trust yourself at 100%, therefore you cannot trust others at 100%. But you should not be dragging yourself through the mud emotionally and, making it hell for the next person because of your trust issues. I'm not saying get trust issues. I'm just saying be mindful and be cautious. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment box below. We will keep the conversation going as always. We will talk next time. Bye.